Question, please.
I think you're probably happy to have that be shorter to under and a few extra sets in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, conditions were so much nicer to play in today as well. It wasn't like after long rallies and stuff, you weren't really struggling for breath as much. And I also think conditioning-wise, the first couple of rounds, it doesn't really get much harder than that. I mean, maybe it'll get bad again, but there's some of the toughest conditions that you'll play in during the year. So to get through those matches, especially the second one, was important, and yeah, much easier tonight.
And is it correct that you asked for as late a match as possible, bearing in mind the aftermath of playing with that cold in the last round?
I asked to play later. I didn't ask to play as late as possible. I just asked if I could play slightly later rather than first or second. But yeah, I didn't ask to play last on.
How are you feeling both in terms of getting over the cold and in terms of whether there's any after effects from the second round match?
Yeah, today I felt much better. When I woke up this morning, I slept like during the day yesterday like 2 or 3 times, and then today I got up and I slept again before coming out to the courts, and today I felt much better. You know, but my voice feels like normal again. Still dull, obviously, but it feels more normal today, and I'm not blocked up or anything anymore, which is good. So yeah, that's very positive.
What did you feel today about the quality of your tennis?
Yeah, I felt like I played well. I mean, in these conditions, it's a bit easier to control the ball. The ball's not bouncing as high. It's a bit sort of flatter. You know, like in the conditions the other days, when you try to flatten the ball out, it's quite easy for it to kind of sail on you. The ball was flying a lot more, whereas today when you flatten the ball out, it was a bit easier to control, harder to serve. It's much slower conditions to serve in, so less aces, and the speed of the serve was a bit lower, but then obviously returning's a little bit easier as well. So I felt like I played well, but the conditions helped that too.
In theory, would it be easy to play Kevin at night in similar conditions to daytime?
I don't know really. I mean, it more depends. Like the humidity, I feel like in most places, like when it's humid, it kind of slows the ball down a little bit. But it felt like, obviously it's been hot, which speeds the ball up. But the humidity, it felt like it made the balls bouncier, more bouncy than usual. And obviously, you know, against a tall guy who serves well, it'd be a little bit harder to return the serve when it's like that. But see what happens.
Andy, can I throw a question, please, from Scotland? Have you been aware of the nations on a bit of a downer given that the football team lost that crucial game the other night? They're probably looking for you to restore a bit of the feel-good factor. Do you feel hopefully that you can deliver in the days ahead?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, I obviously don't think about kind of that stuff when I'm in the middle of the middle of the tournament. I try to, you know, give my best effort in all of the events that I'm at during the year, and I do feel like I represent the UK and Scotland when I'm playing in any event. You know, regardless of how well the football team's doing, I still try my best to represent the country well.
You've obviously been asked and talked a lot in the last year about having a female coach. I'm curious if any of the WTA players have approached you, whether in person or on Twitter, to talk about it or even say how much they appreciate some of the stuff you've been saying about women's sports over the last year.
Um,